Welcome back to this week's episode on Feasting on Football. We're at PJ's Hangout off Highway 11 in Ellisville. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center of Laurel. What is it?
This is my first trip to PJ's. I'm already in heaven. I've been here 5 seconds.
I know.
And I'm in heaven.
When they brought this display out for us, I couldn't wait. I had to get into the fried green tomato.
I noticed you got it in the tomato pretty early.
It's got some crawfish Julia sauce on it. That's amazing. If you haven't been to PJ's, I mean, you got two great opportunities this week for football fans in Jones County and Ellisville to come on out to PJ's. Got a big one going on the reservation Friday night.
Big one and the only one in Jones County. Northeast Jones and South Jones, both looking for their first victory. Both had really, really tough weeks last week. Northeast lost to Laurel. South went down to George County and got handled pretty good. Both are desperately in need of a win. They're hungry. How do you see it?
Both 3-0, or excuse me, 0-3 coming into this game. They're both going to, utilize their running game. South Jones and Scott Phillips will be pitted against Northeast and Reggie O'Dean. That's the two top running backs in Jones County right now. So might be a quick game. I don't think it's going to be too terribly many passes. Maybe a combined 18 to 20 passes. Look for a lot of runs. That's a tough one to call. I think it comes down to a one-score game either way. But in order to make a prediction, like the Guru always does, I'm going to go with the Tigers and a road win on the reservation over South Jones.
That's impressive. I don't make high school picks. I'm scared to death. They're unwinnable. Looks like you got some crawfish Julia sauce in your mustache there, Guru.
My mustache?
We apologize. Brett Favre was supposed to be our guest today, but we have found out that he's shooting a Wrangler commercial and couldn't make it. So you're stuck with just Lowly Murph and the Guru.
Was he doing that Wrangler commercial with Drew Brees?
I tell you, he's insane. He should be doing a PJ's Hangout commercial because I guarantee he's not eating as well as we are right now.
No, he definitely missed out, man. I'm going to tell you what. Lobster Alfredo right here.
Lobster Alfredo.
Yes, topped with lump lobster. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Look at that claw meat. I mean, it's good. It's delicious.
Good
I mean, this Alfredo sauce is awesome. So, coming over from Northeast Jones area, coming out to the reservation Friday night, come out an hour early, stop here at PJ's. You won't be disappointed.
Easy to find, right on Highway 11, right past Pizza Hut. Great people and really great food. Plus, if you want to get a sneak peek before Friday, show up on Thursday.
Ooh.
I believe there's a football game going on over at Jones Thursday night. Hosting Southwest. It's Military Appreciation Night. First Responders Night over at Jones.
Yeah, just show your ID, show up in uniform, and you get in the gate for free. It's also, a way of paying homage to 9/11, as that's the anniversary of that terrible terrorist attack. But the Bobcats coming in 2-0. Big comeback win last week. What do you think?
Over a good Itawamba team. They have Southwest, very winnable game. I like the way they're playing right now. There's some stiffer competition on the horizon. Colin and East Miss and Gulf Coast, but I like it. I think they're going to do all right this week.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. I mean, they've looked good in their first two games under new head coach David Thornton, and I mean, Southwest is not traditionally one of the upper echelon teams in JUCO ball in Mississippi, so I definitely agree. Got to go with the Bobcats all the way.
You a fried mushroom guy?
Yeah, give me one of them.
With the fingers.
That's all right. Dip it in this. I'm telling you, dude. This Alfredo sauce is the best Alfredo sauce.
I knew we weren't going to talk any football. I knew there was going to be no football talk at all today.
I mean, when the food's this good, how can you talk about football? And people think we're making this up, but
people do think we're making it up. I guarantee it.
I would vouch for this place to anyone.
And that's catfish with the Julius.
Yeah, crawfish Julia sauce.
I don't even know what to do anymore. I don't even know where to look anymore.
They can't see it. We'll have to bring these desserts on here in a little bit before we get out of here too. But they fixed us up.
They fixed this up a lot more than I should be feeded to after those picks I had last week. My goodness, Guru.
Yeah.
College football, I'm terrible. I'm atrocious.
Yeah.
I'm atrocious. However, I did win the upset pick. Eastern Washington.
You
came so close.
They were close. 59-52 loss up there at Washington and Seattle.
I really thought it was going to happen.
That was a close game. Closest on any of the upset picks we've done in the early going. My Toledo, Missouri didn't pan out real well as the Rockets.
I looked at the score for the first time, Guru. It was 45-0, I think, and I was like, another stellar pick. I can't tell you what his return message said. It's a family show.
49-24 final. So anyway, moving on. We'll move on. You know, coming into this week's picks, I'm 10-3 so far. Murph is 7-6, so he's got some ground. Got some ground to
miserable 7-6
to make up. So Mississippi State going on the road to a Sun Belt team, going down to Mobile to play South Alabama.
They're not a cupcake.
No,
South Alabama's not a cupcake
they're
at all.
only a team that's. I mean, they've only had a team for about 5 or 6 years now. I mean, it's the first 6 years in the history of football at South Alabama. What do you think? Is State possibly walking into a little bit of a trap down there, going to Mobile and Loud People Stadium?
Well, I think they, if they were going to walk into a trap, last week's game against UAB, they got a little closer than people expected. You know, they scored real fast, and I think they figured to be on cruise control from there on out, and turned out to be a pretty good ball game. So I think they'll be ready. I think in the end, State has too much talent and will win fairly handily.
Yeah, that's a hard argument to disagree with, especially like you said after last week and kind of a down showing against what was believed to be overmatched UAB team. I mean, UAB. Oh, it's okay. Drink a little more of that good sweet tea. Wash it all down. But UAB, you know, like you said, 47-34 final. Blazers were in the game from start to finish. But I think we'll see something different. I think the defense will come out and look to play a little bit better. Because I'm going to tell you, I watched part of that game, and there was some plays in the secondary where they got burnt for big yards. And I expect the adjustments to be made. I think State will cover I believe it's a 16-point spread somewhere in there. And I think the Dogs will cover.
Good pick, Guru. Good pick. Now, I know one of our readers has picked the upset. We'll wait till give her name, but thinks that Ole Miss is going down this week to how I like to call them, ooh la la.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la.
The Raging Cajuns looking to storm Oxford.
Will they say ooh la la when it's over?
They might say ooh la la, but I don't think it'll be for the fact that they won the ball game. I think, go ahead.
I'm still sick and tired of these Ole Miss people here. I mean, Vanderbilt, really, I don't think they could beat Itawamba Community College. And, you know, they win handily, but, I mean, they got them playing in the Super Bowl, Guru, for goodness sake. I'm tired of it.
Hey.
You know, they need to get a little smackdown, which is going to come October 4th, but that's a different game for a different day. But they'll get by.
I was going to say, after this week, the Rebels are off next week, so when we sit down and do our predictions during week 5, then we'll get to talk about a real one. But I agree with you. Ooh La La's overmatched. The Ole Miss offense clicked in the second half against Boise. It was clicking on all cylinders last week. I think Ole Miss put another runaway. You going to get into the cat food?
I'm eating, actually, I believe this belongs to our director, Kelvin. But obviously, since he's sitting way over there,
that wouldn't have anything to do with the fact that he's also an Ole Miss fan, would it?
It has nothing to do with me taking his food because he likes Ole Miss. But he graduated from Southern Miss. He won't ever tell you that. He did graduate from Southern Miss.
I tell you what.
Where this Ole Miss nonsense came from, I really don't know.
Could it be the fact that Southern Miss isn't really relevant in football anymore?
They're going to be relevant this year. Do I hear an upset pick coming from Old Murphy boy? As the Golden Eagles head up Highway Interstate 59 a couple hours to take on Saban's Tide? Saban might be sleeping. Kelvin thinks I'm crazy. I don't think I'm so crazy. Huge win over Alcorn. Looked like, dominated from start to finish. Okay, I'm full of malarkey. This one's going to be over before it starts.
Huge win. It was a win, which is a stepping stone for Southern Miss because that makes them winners of 2 out of their last 3. I know that dates back to last year, but you got to get the momentum started somewhere. And the only thing is, God, you wish they kind of had the schedule flip-flop. Wish Appalachian State was this weekend and then Alabama. Because after, the guys are going to be so excited off that win, but then they're, oh my God, when they get to Tuscaloosa, come on. Get off the bus, see the Bear Bryant statue, the Nick Saban statue.
Now you remember, there was a man named Bear Bryant. His last game in Tuscaloosa, 1982. Who beat him? The difference between that Southern Miss team and this one? They had talent. That one's going to be bad. When I first saw that they'd scheduled Alabama, I really thought maybe it was Alabama State, maybe it was Alabama A&M, maybe at Alabama Teachers College or something. But no, this is a athletic department budget game.
Yep.
I'm sure they'll be making $400,000 or $500,000 to go over and get their clocks clean. So
Bama lay 'em. Okay, the big question is, we totally agree that Alabama's going to win the game. Handle it. Probably up by 3, 4, 5 touchdowns, maybe after the first quarter. Big question. 47 points. That's a lot to cover. Can they do it?
the spread should be, let's just say Saban. Because however bad Saban wants to beat them, that's
how
what
bad
the
they'll
spread's
beat
going
'em.
to be. I don't see him getting in the end zone. Maybe during walkthroughs, you know, when the punter's practicing in the guy's field and they'll be in the end zone. But that'll be about it. That'll be the end of the end zone for the Golden Eagles.
Fair enough assumption. So far, we both have Mississippi State. We both have Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
Both have Alabama winning. Only other significant game in the SEC that's not the game of the week is Arkansas going on the road at Texas Tech. Texas Tech struggled in a win 2 weeks ago over UTEP. Arkansas hung in with Auburn for a half, but then got blitzer kegged in the second half by Nick Marshall and the Tigers.
That is a great word right there. It's a great word. It's got the football, brings the beer into it with a keg, blitzer keg.
Hey,
I love it.
I knew you would appreciate that one, so I had to figure out a way to work that in there. But what do you think? Texas Tech 3-point favorite at home in Lubbock. What do you think?
You and I know some people who won't allow us to pick Arkansas under any circumstances, and rightfully so. So, what do I think? I say, guns up. Is that what they say? Guns up?
Yes.
They put
Not the guns up.
the guns up. Texas Tech.
Red Raiders, Texas Tech.
But I don't know anything about either one.
I really just wanted to go with the that guy from the mothership. You know what network I'm talking about. I'm not saying it. You know the old man, the gray hair, and he says a few words that start with "not so," and I'm not going to say any of that
because he's not so anymore.
Hey, I'm going to go Woo Pig Suey. I think the Razorbacks in the running game, they're going to go on the road.
You're Woo Pig insane.
They're going to take care of business. You just said you didn't even know anything about the two teams. So, I mean, it's a 3-point spread. Come on, anything can happen. We can't pick every
What
game.
are you drinking? What are you drinking?
I mean, it's sweet tea with...
What's in the sweet tea?
Ice. Goodness. Sugar. Game of the week.
Georgia, South Carolina.
Game of the week. Doesn't get any bigger in the Southeastern Conference this week. Georgia going on the road to South Carolina. Last time a SEC opponent came into Columbia, the Cox got spanked. Texas A&M, Kenny Hill rolled up there and hung almost 612 points on him.
Are you about tired of that kid too? He's got a nickname, Thrill Hill. He's doing Heisman poses or something.
I think he's got like 17 nicknames already.
Hey, come on. It's one game. He played one good game.
And you know what's even crazier? They had that big win against South Carolina. Then they destroy Lamar. I mean, come on, it's Lamar.
Lamar.
I mean,
I bet Lamar beat Vanderbilt.
Lamar probably. I don't know. It's possible, but they got A&M in the top 10 just because it's based off South Carolina, who apparently was maybe a little bit overrated. Anybody ever take that into consideration?
Never. Not a Spurrier team. Overrated? Impossible.
So Cox at home, Georgia, the road favorite, giving up a touchdown.
Road favorite. I like the Cox.
Really?
Yeah.
You're gonna go with Spurrier, the old ball coach, and
At
his
home.
Cox?
At home.
Wow. That's a good pick. But I'm gonna have to say, sick 'em. Go Dogs. Beginning of the year, who did I pick?
You're such a bandwagon.
Hey, you can pick up the Leader Call Preview Football Magazine, and you can flip to, I believe, somewhere between page 40 and 50. I don't remember the exact number, but you'll see why I picked Georgia. 'Cause I got them going 11-1, winning the SEC East, and winning the SEC title game in Atlanta. So I got to stick with them until they let me down. After their performance in Week 1 over Clemson, spanked those little Tigers back to South Carolina. They're going to go back into South Carolina and beat the Gamecocks.
I'm impressed with that pick. I thought you only picked LSU to win SEC championships and go 11-1 every year.
Hey, the more I do this and we put that football magazine together, and as each year goes by, I try to reel myself in. I'm getting a little bit better at it, We'll know how I really feel in a few weeks when LSU and Auburn play, then LSU Florida play.
Ooh.
Both on the road.
When you stop playing some cupcakes, get a real team in there.
Hey, what are you talking about? Alabama played Florida Atlantic last week. They're playing Southern Miss, the biggest cupcake in the South right now. I mean, come on. Forget about it.
There is no bigger cupcake than the Golden Eagles right now.
So
that brings us to the upsets.
Yeah,
I want to do the readers first.
Okay, well, no, definitely.
This is my second favorite part of the show. First favorite, right here. Second favorite is the upset pit of the week.
PJ's
of the week.
Upset picks of the week.
And how have we done? We're 0 for 4 combined in 2 weeks on our upset? Okay.
We're absolutely retarded. We don't know what we're talking about.
What we need to do is you need to get to Vegas. You need to follow our lead because this is the week. 0 for 4.
I think I'm going to go with this prediction. After this week, we're 2 for 4.
I think you're right.
I like both of them.
I think you're right.
But before we give you our picks, let's see what some Law Leader Call reader submitted picks. You know, you can submit your picks by picking up the Thursday edition of the Leader Call, going into the sports section on page B4. We have a football contest in there. Send us your contest before each Monday. You don't have to have it in until Wednesday, but if you get it to us by Monday morning, you know, we like some of the upset picks that are on there. We'll call you out like we're about to call these 3 out. I'll let you go. I'll go first, and then because I know you're dying to read the second one. So John Rainwater of Laurel.
I love our readers, by the way. I love our readers.
Texas over UCLA. Texas just got drubbed at home by BYU. UCLA struggled in their first 2 games. But hey, Mr. Rainwater, congrats for going out on a limb. Who's next?
I think Mr. Rainwater did not see Texas BYU this past weekend. And I love you, John. I really do, and I'm glad you're a reader. But if you would have seen Texas play BYU, you would not have made that pick. My favorite pick of the week, Ruth Ishii. Ruth, my friend in Laurel, picking ooh la la to beat Ole Miss. Are you kidding me?
Raging Cajuns.
Holy mackerel. She must know something about the Cajuns.
Hey, or she just doesn't like that school up north, huh?
Is it T-Sun? There's so many nicknames for that school. Most of the ones I can't even say on camera. You know, might be able to make the internet.
Even maybe that one that's written on the paper.
The Black Bears. We had a columnist, George. You read Mr. George talking bad about the Black Bears Saturday.
Not really a fan of that moniker for the school. One more pick from James M. Clark.
In Ellisville.
Right here in Ellisville. James, if you watch this, if you haven't been here, if you have been here, come and eat at PJ's. But your pick is utter insanity. Tennessee might not even score 10 points when they go to Norman, Oklahoma this weekend to face the Sooners, who after 2 weeks of catching some of the Boomer Sooner action, I'm going to tell you right now, watch out. That might be one of our 4 teams in the college football playoffs. I like the Sooners, and I like them huge.
Haven't seen them play, but I think they're going to clobber Tennessee. My headline, Rocky topples, because it's going to be over. It's done.
Tennessee, 2 cupcake wins.
Not for the cupcakes.
I mean, they got off the cupcakes big time this week.
And Oklahoma, a cupcake they are not.
No, not at all. So, good pick, Mr. Clark. We thank you for reading and playing the contest, all 3 of our readers. So, that brings us to it. While I get geared up over here, I'm going to let you go ahead and tell everybody your pick.
I got actually 2 of them. Southern Connecticut State will beat St. Anselm College in Connecticut.
And nobody knows who in the world you're talking about.
Of course nobody in the world knows. I don't know who I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Is there even a spread on that game?
I couldn't find one.
Absolutely not.
I wanted to pick Southern Connecticut because I could almost trick somebody into believing I was saying Southern Miss. No way, no way. My upset pick.
Oh, I see it written over there. I like
I'm taking the Cavaliers of Virginia at home to beat Louisville.
Cavaliers of Virginia.
In Virginia. Beat Louisville. So what are you back to? Are you back to? He's
upset pick of the week by the guru. The pirate guru.
The pirate guru. Resurrected.
Hey, last week, East Carolina.
Oh, you in the East Carolina. You got a girlfriend that goes to school there? So what's going on? You in East Carolina.
What are their colors?
Purple and gold.
There you go.
I'm sorry.
All right. East Carolina lost by 10 at South Carolina. This week they're going to Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech, huge road win up in Columbus over Ohio State. Got them in the top 20. This week, they're in for a letdown. Mark it down, call Vegas, book it. East Carolina goes to Blacksburg and beats the Hokies.
And if any of you watching this believe either one of us, I don't like it. I don't like East Carolina. I think Virginia Tech's going to roll coming off that win. But hey, I'm 0 for 2 in picks. You're 0 for 2 in picks.
What are we doing?
PJ's upset pick, we don't know anything.
Hey, I like that Virginia over Louisville. I like that. Virginia was
Which makes me want to switch it, because if you like it, you know it's going to be wrong.
All right, well, we appreciate you tuning in for week 3 of Feasting on Football.
Which of these desserts are you about to get into?
PJ's Hangout in Ellisville. We've had some lobster Alfredos, had chicken tenders with rice and gravy.
Got the catfish.
Oh my God, the fried green tomatoes with crawfish Julia. I mean, we have PJ's catfish. Also has the crawfish Julia sauce on it. Look at here, some cobbler. Ooh. I'm going to save this for Kelvin.
Thank you.
I know
Strawberry
he really wants
cake.
that strawberry
looks
cake.
like some cream cheese icing. I hear it's great with a cup of coffee here.
You grab that oven over there and bring that in, because I know that's what you're about to tear.
I'm having trouble reaching that far anymore after my trip here. This is a chess pie.
Man, that looks good.
My goodness, I'm excited.
Well, we finished.
We need to sign off because it's about to get real up in here.
We finished stuff in our faces. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center in Laurel, for sponsoring us. And
Thank
until
you,
next
PJs.
week.
Before you go, where are we going to be next week, Guru?
Next week, Walker's Dairy Bar out in Powers. Join us.
We will have a special guest next week. And as we like to say, peace, love, and cornbread, y'all.
You know why I pulled you over?
Pulled me over?
You're doing 55 in a 55 zone with underinflated tires. That irresponsibility costs you fuel economy. It can also affect your steering and control, making you a possible threat, mister.
Well, I was gonna
Save excuses.
Who are you?
Just a quick lane tech. Trying to keep the road safe.
At Quick Lane, you get extraordinary service for routine maintenance. Quick Lane is ready to serve.
Hello, my name is James Ayers, Service Manager at Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center. Come see us today for the works package. We also sell tires for most major brands. We are ready to serve you at Quick Lane, located at Laurel Ford Lincoln, Highway 15 North in Laurel.
They wanna get mine. Go on the sea.